Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at a TTM 57 Mark II from Rain, replacing it with an fader. So we're going to take a look at it real quick. So there we have the actual mixer. And we got a package here today from fader. Let's go ahead and open that up. Got this will come from the package from them. Nothing else. So we got the fader right there for the replacement for the Rain stem. There we go. Some more stickers. And the actual fader. So here we go. Looks feels solid. The ones that come, many of us know, the ones that come inside it are plastic. So this one on the right side, when I was out DJing and it cracked because it is plastic. I actually put it back together, put some glue in it, and it seems to be holding up. Unfortunately, I already got this one, and what I'm gonna do is take this one out, replace it, and swap these two. So let's get started with that really quick. Some screws off to the side. Now, I know a lot of people don't really have this mixer. It's not one of the more popular ones, but I'll say this for my bar and places that have their own sound system, it is perfect. You know, I'm not a big fan of Rain's structure for their gain structure on their mixers, but when you have your own, and I don't sound like I'm talking really slow, but there's an echo in my ear, so hopefully you guys don't hear that. But any which way, when it comes down to mixing with this in bars that have their own sound system, you could just turn that gate all the way up, and as long as you're in the green, you're fine. So they can control it because, you know, they're going to lower you down if you're out gigging. And with your own sound system, even if you have it all the way up and you just set the sound from the speakers and then you keep in the green, you're fine. So let's see. Here we go. Yeah. All right. And I know a lot of people have problems with these faders, and some people said use a spoon, put something over it. But I found if after taking them off a couple times and then you just use both fingers, they pop off pretty easily. You get the hang of it, you know. go. All the fader caps are off. Let's remove, get the internals, put that on the side. So what we're going to do is replace this one here. Once again, all I'm going to do is put the screws to the side. I hold it up from the bottom. And I was actually watching the video from Innofaders. And what they actually said to do, see a plastic, I'll show it to you guys again. But what they actually said to do was just to remove one side, not both. So I know you're not really supposed to do this. You take a look at the bottom. They don't suggest, wiggling this out because you can't pull the stems out. But I haven't doing it too much, so I got pretty lucky because that'd be a bigger problem. I don't suggest doing that, but hey, time, effort. And they also said there's a sensor here. You got to be very careful about it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to remove one side of them. Oh, there goes the light. Yeah, shaking things too much. Put that back. All right. Hopefully that doesn't move too much. We're just going to remove one side. I'll do it by hand. Put that on the side there, so I know I'm going to find it. We'll remove the other one. And what I'm going to attempt to do is just take off one side and not take the rails out. And now it's successful. I didn't take the rails out. I just took that off. I'll put that to the side. And now I'm realizing I got to take off. So there's a black ring right here. That's like a bumper that you don't want to remove. And I'm realizing I have to take out one of the rails. So let's remove this one here. The bumper, that is. And by doing that, I'm actually going to remove the front one. And the reason I'm going to do that is because that one doesn't have a bumper on it. And then I can, you know what, we're just going to remove both. We'll just remove both. Just being very careful. Put this off to the side. I'm holding it by the bumper. And I'm going to remove that. So now you guys can see that this magnet, I glued it in there, so it's actually still pretty good. And there's a little crack on the bottom, on the top right here. Right here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. Doesn't want to focus. See if I can get it in some other way. Nope, I didn't think you guys could. But there's the slightest crack on the top. Now, I glued this one, but I have this one. This is plastic, this is metal. You know already, we're going to go ahead and replace it with this. And the best part is, if you forget which way they go, well, you can obviously just put them back in, no problem. Because on the board, you can see the actual fader the way it's supposed to go. Now, go ahead and push this on, push it through, one side in, get the other rubber bumper, put that on. Now, it doesn't really make a difference on where it is on here, because once you put the other side back on, it's just going to go ahead and push it back anyway. So what we're going to do is line up those two holes. let's just show you guys what we're doing so that you have an idea of what's going on. So we're going to slide these two back on. Right. And then in the middle there, I don't know if you guys can see that, in the middle there is a sensor. So we push that back in, flip it over, start the dinging. It's my watch from Apple. Shameless plug. Just going to screw these bad boys back in. And I didn't push that one all the way back in because it's not sitting flush, which is a slight issue, but we'll figure it out. Put the other one in. Now I do it counterclockwise first so that they line up so I don't cross it. Same thing with the other side. We'll do that again. All right, it just dropped and they go in smooth. Now you're thinking, that's good, right? It's money. Now at this point I would normally put some grease on it or something. But I'm going to try it out first. I can do that later. Since we took out that fader, now the main goal was that's an up fader, and they happen to all be the same fader. So it doesn't really matter which one I use. To be quite frank, it doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace that one with the crossfader. It is an up fader that was broken, but I'm going to replace it with the crossfader. So we're going to go ahead and take that one off now too. Now mind you, I have never taken the crossfader off. It's the first time I'm taking the crossfader off. But again, they are all the same version 2 mag faders from Rain. So there's no specific one that you have to do. And again, I shouldn't be working it with the cables because you can pull them out and then that's a bigger problem in itself, which I feel like I'm kind of doing. Yeah. Let's just turn this over. Kind of working out. And then there we go. Now, with that being said, we're going to use that same crossfader now that we were using before and plug it into the side one right here. Now they go one certain way, so you don't have to worry about, hey, am I putting them in wrong? They just clip in. That's one. Let's put that down here. Now, same thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take the screw, go in reverse until I feel it drop in. And I'm going to just do it to catch it. I'm pretty sure that's not flush like it should be. I thought this would be a lot easier than it was because I was actually sitting down doing this, but that's just me being lazy. Once you get it worked in pretty good, you know, I'm just holding it, but you don't really have to. Make sure it's not rubbing on anything. And now I'll take the innovator. Looks pretty good. Again, on the bottom, just take it, make sure it's lined up. Oh, wrong way. That's in. And that goes in a lot smoother. Again, you guys see my Apple Watch again. That dinging that was going on in the background. Feels good. Okay. Now, usually I would try that out first, but I'm pretty certain that it's all well and good. And if not, well, that's a good blooper. Like, I'll just do it again. No big deal. All right. That should be fine. I did just move it, so. Go ahead and open Serato. So now all I'm going to do is just plug in a set of headphones. Okay. Working just fine. And that's pretty much it. Replacing the fader on the Rain TTM 57 Mark II. Plastic. I should have brought all three. Got a deal on that, but hey, you know what? When they break, I'll replace them. Take care. Enjoy, guys. Wax Entertainment.